Hey there, friendlies. Welcome to the July 3rd edition of the Beer Blades and Bushcraft live stream, or as I like to call it, the Between Two National Holidays episode. And let's just see if we're live streaming or not. Yes, good, okay. So I will, LT, how's it going? My YouTube page is showing me nothing, but the fact that you're saying hi tells me that we're good. Okay. Now we'll just reload that. So do you have a drink tonight, LT? Paul Bakima's here. Hey, that means we can have a party. Simon, hi. Outdoor, how's it going? I have a beer tonight that I have literally never had. Oh, excuse me. I'm also allergic to summer. What do you guys have? Who's got a drink? Who gets a drink? Before I crack open the drink, I received a couple of packs of cards that I kickstarted today. I don't know why I Kickstarter backed playing cards, but you know, I used to play a lot of cards. Now I play a lot of solitaire. You know what, let's get the plastic off. And then once we get this out of the way, we can get the beers out. Simo's having 2 burgers. We had Chinese tonight. I was supposed to finish off the last of that fence, but it's just too stinking hot. Too stinking hot for me to work. Too stinking hot for any cooking to happen, so we just ordered Chinese. So the Apothecary of Seasons playing cards. This is the Virtues pack. Of course it's backwards because my software sucks. And this is the Sentiments pack. Paul's having water. Oh, you just got home from work, okay. Jeez, man, Paul's eating well tonight. Joker. Looks like it's either a beer bottle or the Stanley Cup. Ace. These are dark, Holmes. 2. I'm not going to do all 52 cards. I want to get to a face card. Man, I need a face. Is this like only spades? Oh no. Diamonds. Face card. A little devil, do you? There's a jack. There's a queen. So that's the Sentiments pack. They're pretty nice. They feel good. They've got like a textured feel to them. Survival's having a bit of TB Emos Crystal White beer. Can't quite get with white beer, but I keep trying. Yeah, Paul, obviously Paul's family's away for the night. He's having like the quintessential like the food version of a man cave. Outdoors having lemonade. Joker. Jeez, stupid light. There we go. King. 9. Okay, that's out of the way. I just got them today, so I wanted to see them, but I was suddenly live streaming. So now I've seen them, you've seen them, we've all seen them. Outdoors smoking his 4th of July lunch. Nice. Oh, okay, so outdoors gonna probably have to take a break to put the kids to sleep. Burger King has a, you know, I don't do the Burger King thing. The closest I'll come is A&W. I used to do Harvey's a lot, but there's only like one Harvey's left in town. But I'll do A&W. But aside from that, I really don't like the. Oh, I've tried Five Guys. Five Guys, is that what it's called? That's a pretty good burger. Serge, hi. Outdoor, the bird doesn't get to watch the live stream, okay? That ain't gonna happen. Paul Bikini, the fence is still standing. I just have to add the trellis to the top. 2x4. Gonna cut a channel through, except that my table saw is terrible, so I bought an extra 2x4 to cut, to practice with. Sticking in just a plastic lattice because like it's a black PVC thing. We don't have to repaint it every year, and then 2x4 with another channel on top. It's gonna be simple, but getting this saw to work is what is gonna be the problem. But yeah, the fence is still up. It's good. Very happy that it's up. Just click, just making sure that I'm not missing any comments. Fat burger or burger have I never been. Yeah, LT. That's the problem with Five Guys is it's the price. It's just wickedly expensive. So, are we ready to do the beer thing here? This is an organic beer. Interesting. Microbrasserie Le Castor Brewing Company. It's called Le Moine Feral. Bière blonde de style abeille fermentée avec Brettanomyces. Okay, so the Feral Monk. It's an abbey style beer. Oh, there's English on the back. Fermented with yeast, isolated from a Belgian monastic brewery. This strong abbey style beer is hopped with varieties from both the Pacific Northwest and Europe. The beer then undergoes several months of bottle aging with 2 strains of Brettanomyces wild yeast, including a local Quebec strain. The resulting beer is drier than a typical Belgian abbey beer, with complexity in both aroma and flavor, courtesy of the wild yeast. Okay. I'm gonna try it anyway. First of all, are we a twist off cap? No. Nice job with the fence. When I saw the 4x4s, I didn't realize they were painted. I thought it was metal. No way, man. They're right? They're treated wood, which, let's face it, is also just cedar. And then big cedar 2x6s for the panels. Moment of truth is upon us. Whoa, whoa, that's heady, all right. Stop. Just gonna put that down for a minute. I'm just gonna let that sort of settle. How's the sound, by the way? Am I loud enough? I'm trying not to be too loud because the missus had a massive headache today, so she's asleep upstairs. The squirt, for once, gave me no trouble about going to sleep. She's asleep upstairs. Hey, Dr. Rothstein, in high heat and humidity, a good watered down American beer. Fair enough. I know all about heat and humidity, let me tell you. Damn it. Uh-oh, this is a little white beery. Oh, there's some citrus there. Let's take a... Wow, that's pretty outside my palate. It's like they overdid it a bit on the alcohol. No, it's only an 8%. Oh, right, I forgot. 8% alcohol by volume, and it's a 500 milliliter bottle. Meh. It's a little too IPA-y for me, you know? So, Geez, LT. Okay. That's not a very good story. No. Alright, while we're chatting, I've got a bunch of stuff here that I've been washing up and letting dry for our impending camping trip, so I'm going to organize. Starting by putting away the MSR kit. You know, the thing is, like I told you guys, right? Car camping is the order of the day when I'm with my family, for now. But I don't love this high-tech stuff. It's light as hell. There's a lot of benefits to it. But I do prefer, like, cast iron and stuff. Mostly because I don't know how good Teflon is. I don't really know. Like, we've got some Teflon pans here that over time have been flaking apart. And I know that I'm getting crap in my food, right? So that's why I'm not so sure about Teflon. Oh, this isn't MSR. This is GSI Outdoors. Bugaboo. GSI Outdoor Bugaboo. Bugaboo. I'm trying to remember how this gets packed. These go in the bottom, I think. Got 4 plates. You know, LT. Funny that you mentioned that about your balcony, because same thing happened with my balcony. It was rotting. I stepped outside once and my foot kind of went through. Not all the way, just like. So that's why I've got the new balcony out there. Called my dad. He came out and helped me build a new one. Took the old one down. It's funny because it had like you know that sort of fiberglass corrugated plastic? It had that as a roof, but it was like 6 of those and then nailed onto the wooden support, like every, say, 10 centimeters, so every like 2 inches, boom, big nail. It was a nightmare. And I was up there cutting and hacking, and I had a Sawzall, and I was using my my angle grinder, and I broke 3 cutting wheels, and just like finally it all just sort of came off. And I was standing up on the railing, all this, and I finally came off, and I got down, and I just felt something go shift. So I just put my hands on the railing, and the whole thing just fell off. So I was like, well, that was not as safe as I thought it was. And then my dad and I built, it's just a 6x4 foot out there. It's nothing big. We just wanted something for, like we wanted to put up a clothesline kind of thing, you know? But yeah. I know all about that rotting balcony thing. These are just nested cups, right? It's an insulated. I don't know how good it's gonna be trying to hold these while camping. It's an insulated cup for whatever coffee, tea, inside like a water cup, and then of course each of them has like a lid, right? So you can drink from the edge. Again, I honestly prefer enamel cups and saucers and bowls and stuff, but you can't beat the lower weight of these ultra modern things, you know. Where am I? Paul gave up on Teflon a while ago. Serge also likes to avoid Teflon. Hey, Ace 7's here. How's it going? You have a glass top stove. Yeah, I do use cast iron on the glass. We've got one of those too. But I put it down and I never move it, you know. I also have a nice stainless pan that I use on that. Because yeah, I don't really want to go scratching up my cooktop either, you know. I think this might actually just go underneath. Where does it go? Oh. Handle. This has got to go in here somewhere. I'll throw it inside one of the cubes. Boom. These lids have like a built-in strainer. It's very well thought out. It has none of the poetry of old school camping, you know? Like when you think of Boy Scouts from the 50s or whatever, or camp, you know, hunt camp from 1956, there's always like cowboy coffee over the fire, a big enamel pot, you know, there's a guy with a cracked enamel cup, you know, a lumber jacket. This is very practical. There's a lot to recommend it, but it doesn't have the old time charm of the camping stuff that I like best. Now, what does have the old time charm is, here's our eating utensil kits. Herself and I each have one of these MSR titanium spoon and fork things. And we each have an Opinel number 8. Not the carbon, because it's, you know, these are like literally eating implements. That's why we have them. So it's the stainless, the inox. If any of you guys don't have at least one Opinel number 8, fix that. This is like the classic French knife, man. You know, and the spines are so sharp on them that you can, you know, ferro rut, snap. They come sharp as hell. They're not expensive, and the lock design on these is pure freaking genius. Check this out. I know half of you guys know this, but okay, see that ring? Okay, see how that's, okay, you turn that way and it's locked. Turn it so that it's all lined up. You can open it, and then as safety, you turn it again. Beautiful design. Old as the hills. You can't improve on this. Anyway, so the missus and I each have one, and now what we got for Camille was her little number 8, exactly the same. It's newer though, so that the wood is not as dark. And they had none of these left, so I got her a nylon spork. It's a really hard one. So that's our eating utensils. Our serving stuff and all that is like, let's see, right? There's a big ladle. It's one of those that you can kind of, there's a button here, and but the thing is, it's all plastic, right? So you lift the button up, and it becomes way compact, right? Here's a kind of a spatula. You just fold it up. I'm not so big a fan of that. This spatula is better, but again, this is all just, you know, heat-resistant plastic, which is what you want with Teflon. You don't want to go scratching Teflon with metal. Oop, hold on. Hold on. I just want to make sure that Ace 7, you can use enamel coated cast iron. That's true. Top was fine, but lumber sticking out of the house. 205 were rotten out. Yeah, LT, that had to come down. Outdoor sent me a photo of tomorrow's lunch. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Yeah, Simo's right. Everything will scratch. We'll scratch a glass cooktop if you're not careful. Glass cooktops. Whoa! Paul, there it was. There it was. Whoop. There it is. I'm just going to get a paper towel. I'll be right back. Okay. Where was I? Maybe more beer and I won't care. Well, there's the more beer. And I got beer everywhere. Oh, you're going on an Alaskan cruise. Interesting that you say that. Because are you going on the Princess line by any stretch? Ace 7? Hey Scott, how's it going? Because Ace, I was just in Victoria last weekend. I was playing a corporate gig. I am really far from Victoria. I'm almost on the complete other end of the country. I'm 5,000 kilometers away in Montreal. But I was... But I was in Victoria doing a corporate gig with my band last weekend, and there was a big Princess ship there at the waterfront. I think I posted a picture of it on my Instagram. It was huge, man. It was a floating city. But yeah, enjoy the cruise. I'd like to see that part of the continent up Alaska way. I've seen a lot of British Columbia, and Alaska is just an extension of British Columbia in terms of what you see. But nice. So Scott's here. How's it going? Simone enjoyed his burgers. I do like a good burger. Yeah, Rothstein or Stein. Let me know. I don't want to bugger it up. There's a lot of really cool stuff about this. The thing about modern camping cookware is they've thought everything through, because we're no longer within living memory of when an expedition meant a load of mules, big wooden trunks, and possible coolies. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so everything, anytime they can fit like two functions into one thing, like this is a pot lid, but it can also work as a strainer. They do that, and they never used to do that, you know? They never had to, because you didn't have to think about the welfare of the people carrying your gear. I also have a very small cheese grater. The Canadian Tire Special for cooking them hot dogs. Because Camille does love a hot dog or two. I hate them, but Camille loves them. I prefer the sausages. Oh yeah, Ace, Paul. Paul's pretty close. Yeah, I'm a much further drive. LT, you don't have one of those opinels yet? Man, you are the folding knife king. You gotta get one. Doesn't even have to be a number 8. Number 8 is like the classic, right? That is the classic opinel. But you know, the number 9 is a nice size as well. Number 7 is a really nice size. It's a little smaller. Outdoor. This is number 8. It is the classic opinel. This is the size of the number 8. Okay. I'm wondering if these are sized in like centimeters or something. Paul, these are the stainless. I still have to get a carbon one. We went for the stainless because they're food knives. Like, I'm not using this for whittling. You know, we're using them to cut steak, and then we're washing them. So we figured the stainless was the way to go. I wish I had a measuring tape up here. Maybe I do. Hold on, guys. I do not. That solarium is stinking hot. We've just closed it. Because I'm just wondering if these are sized in centimeters or something, you know? Because does that look like a 3-inch blade to you guys? Ooh, I gotta clean this up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna leave that one there. Shoot, maybe I'd better inspect the other two. I thought I did. I washed them up good. No, this one's fine. And this one's brand new, so forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, I'll wash that one up. But yeah, so Paul, these ones are stainless. I'm just going through because I realize I've been like bleep, 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 and I haven't paid attention very much to the Dory, I recommend the number 8 just because it seems to be the most general purpose style. The number 6 is going to be like that big. I've got smallish hands, right? So number 6 will probably be about there. I didn't lock that. That's safe. I'm not being a very good YouTuber. I didn't lock my knife. Really? Never seen in the open L? You see them everywhere here in Quebec because, you know, it's French, therefore it has to be everywhere in Quebec as well, you know. But I've seen a lot of them elsewhere as well. I don't know where in France open L is based, but that's the thing. These are made in France still. These are not, they're in Savoie, right? These aren't made in China, you know. Yeah, I gotta clean this one up. I'll do a major clean of it later. Yeah, Simo, I think so too. I think it's blade length in centimeters. Paul, oh yeah, you like the rookie pour slurp, eh? I would not want to drink beer through a straw, dude. A beer bottle nipple would be interesting. It stopped. Man, this is really heady beer. You know? Yeah, the thing is, Paul, like, glass shape comes into it and everything when you're, you know, pouring, especially more expensive beer. Let's see. I realize I'm not organizing my stuff. Mirror, by the way, signaling mirror, also very good for the shaving. 10 mosquito coils. You know why I still buy mosquito coils? It's because I have memories of these when I was a young kid and my parents were still together. So we're talking young, okay? And I remember these mosquito coils when we were living in Winnipeg. Not really Winnipeg, St. Boniface, little French town on the other side of the river. But I remember those on, you know, the back porch. And I remember the smell. I remember the look of them. And they had these little foldy metal stands. Oh, I wonder if this has the stands. And I have yeah, foldy metal stands. Yeah, that's the smell of my youth, all right. I don't know what it is, like just as I've hit my 40s, stuff that reminds me of those days, I kind of feel gravitated towards. Pi active. I meant to do that. Pi active, oh, English side, right? So this is a bug spray that is DEET free and apparently works for 12 hours. 12 hours from mosquitoes and ticks, 10 hours from black flies. Black flies! Non-scented, not oily or sticky, won't damage plastics or synthetic materials. And it's good for children 6 months and up. I don't know, I've never tried this before. Not an aerosol, that's a plus. The cap has a button compass, which I'm sure doesn't work, and I'm not going to blow that, but it's got an emergency whistle. It's a very well thought out package. Attention, wash, whistle thoroughly before using. Well, now they tell me. So I got some of that, because you can't go into the forest at this time of year without being devoured by insects. Bought a new first aid kit because I went through my old one, and for what it would cost to replace all the parts that I needed to replace through moisture or staleness, it's just cheaper to get a new kit. So this is the Adventure Medical Kits Série de Montagne, a mountain series, okay? So what you got up here is wound care, burns and blisters. You got down here like your first aid manual and like some instruments. Simon will recognize those scissors that he loves so well. Tweezers, stuff like that. Here's a syringe for irrigating. Down here we got fracture and sprain, and we got bleeding and CPR. Now, one thing I didn't see in this, like we got wound closure strips and everything, but there was no clotting sponge, so I bought one. And there was no triangular bandage, so I bought one of those. It's not a full kit. I know if Paul, you've probably got a kit that'll put this one to shame, but I was just, we're leaving Thursday. I had to get something because I opened up our old kit and everything was like, it's a damp basement, But wait. Ace will do a video and upload it. Yeah, keep us informed. Rothstein like Beerstein. Okay, good. Whoops. Crap. Oh, I'm so far behind. Sorry, guys. Let me get back to this, and then I'll continue talking about the first aid kit. Don't let me forget. LT, first and last time in Alaska, we were on an old steamer. What's Simon showing? Pick link. Pick click. Search eBay faster. What do you... I'll read back and figure out what you're talking about. Old steamer went in. Chicken. If this was a peep show, we all would have just left. What? Oh man, Scott eating Frank with mustard and onions. Yep. Oh, LT, what got seized at the border today? It's getting redonkulous. Not UK style redonkulous, but Canadian style redonkulous. Because it looks like they might have just dodged a bullet out there. And Simone just confirmed what I thought. Opinel's numbering system is based on blade length in centimeters. So Outdoor, I think it was Outdoor, was looking at getting one, either a 6 or an 8. I guess it kind of depends on what you'd want to use it for, because I think a 6 is a nice size as well. I prefer the 8 because it's sort of it's a familiarity thing. I also like the number 9, not as much, but like once you get up, because they get really big. You can get a number 13 of these things, but that's like a novelty piece, right? Like, see, it'll have the model number right on the ring there. Number 8, made in France. Here's something else I got. A little Night Eyes mini LED glow stick. Let's see, does it work? In red, so that we don't destroy our night vision. I'm thinking of just hanging that outside the tent. Twist on off. Lasts for 60 hours. And will work down to 1 meter under the water. Red. Oh, it floats. Replaceable batteries. Thank the gods. I should have checked that, eh? Luke, I am your Stupid. I don't know why I just did that. You know what else is coming? I think I already said this in my previous video, but of course the tea can is coming. My British made tea can, which I love dearly, and I will always be grateful to Zed Outdoors and his buddy Mark for introducing me to this. They didn't mean to do it, but they did. And for the missus, although she's off the caffeine due to the impending baby, an old school aluminium coffee percolationalizer, right? It's a bit of a wild card because I've never used one of these, but what I'm thinking is we may just bring our normal coffee maker with us instead. We've got one of those. Hold on. Excuse me while I step out of frame again. We may just bring this. The glamping comes with a gas stove. We may just, because this is more of the, she'll never drink 9 cups, whatever that is in modern. Is it what? Was it 2 cups to a liter? No, 2 cups is half a liter, right? So this is almost, yeah, she'll never drink that much decaf. So this may just stay home in favor of Old Faithful. Thumb stud one, eh? Jesus. Why? Outdoor, they're not Collins. Are they Coglins? Collins? I don't know. That just says, no, these are Kus Incorporated. Knockdownbugs.com. But yeah, it's, Toronto, Ontario, but made in China. It's exactly the same thing. Exactly. Man, I'm never gonna get my Benchmade 940 at this rate. It's gonna be illegal. Outdoor was only about a mile from Canada on Friday. What were you doing skulking around the bush? No, seriously, where were you? Rothstein, he's talking about This way, the border authority has made a decision about one hand opening folding knives. 4 cups to a liter, okay. Outdoors got a bunch of attitude. Oh, a 2-cup perk pot. Really? For $1.50. Interesting. Maybe more practical than that thing. That's for sure. So, on the tool front, since doing my video, I've been thinking about it. Oh, Scott, nice. An aluminium splitting wedge. Interesting. I've got a couple of terrible splitting wedges. They're just, I think they're cast iron. Well, maybe they're steel, but they've got like this thick orange paint on them. And I kind of wish I'd spent the extra money and got something that twists. I think that's a better splitting wedge than the... It just is great if you just, knocking a splitting wedge out of a piece of wood and using it as a, like an in situ kind of unplanned solution. But I get the feeling that my wedges would be better if I'd gone for the twisted ones. The Helco, eh? I'm gonna look that up. Actually, first thing I'm gonna do is see about that picture that Outdoor sent me. Did you send it to my email or did you send it as a text? American text message. Oh, you've got a smoker. I'm dying for a smoker. No, here's what I want. I want that big green egg thing. Because then that's my smoker and my barbecue in one, and I'm not dealing with propane. Can I make that big? Check it out, boys. Wait, let me get all this crap out of the way. Woo! Is there any more beer? Yeah, there's still some more beer. Look at that big hunk of meat he's smoking up there. I would love a smoker. Big green egg. Actually, I saw like there's another brand doing a big green egg clone now for the same price. No, I think the big green egg clocks at $1,000 Canadian, but this other one is like $8.99 Canadian. Exactly the same though, except it's red instead of green. Whatevs. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about when I say a big green egg, by the way? You guys know what that is? Hold on a sec. Got a package today, Helco Twisted Aluminium Splitting Wedge. A spitting wedge. What? Shut up. Sounds cool. Be glad to read your comments on this wedge. You can use steel wedges. Steel wedges do mushroom. Paul, hey. I was a freelance writer for 20 years, okay? I know the words. I know all about the words. I know many words. I'm going to finish off this beer that I'm not enjoying. Wait, whoa. Aluminium wedges explodes? I bet you they do. Outdoor, you found a Walter's hatchet? Are you gonna get it? Oh, it's actually an Oceancraft wedge? Okay. Simon, what did you just Craigslist? Cat back end sheath. $15. Is that one of them Stanleys? Yeah. I have one of those, but it's a different brand name. It's like a Woods or Collins or something. Yeah, Paul, exactly. Yeah, green eggs in hand. Ace T7 knows what a green egg is. Yeah. Exactly. Big ceramic, expensive as hell. Barbecue / smoker. What I like about it is you're using charcoal or whatever. You're not using gas, because I'm old school. My barbecue's charcoal. I started with wood. I started with like birch bark, charcloth, you know, cedar bark or whatever, and a few twigs. Well, I mean, you guys have seen on my YouTube channel, right? Laying a bed of charcoal, not briquettes, actual charcoal. In the middle, I do a little fire, like a little bushcrafty fire, because you got to keep them skills sharp. But yeah, so like I don't cook with gas. Although I would have so much more control over the heat if I did, you know. Simone just posted probably the Ocean Cup wedge, yeah, for felling or splitting. Made from aluminum, plastic, or steel. Yeah. Aluminium wedges, according to Oceankopf, are extremely lightweight and very stable. Oh, that's why they use aluminium. The metal properties prevent a dangerous repulsion of the chainsaw on touching the wedge. By using aluminium wedges, there is no danger of splintering the surface with using steel hammers. Okay. Yep. Wow, Oceankopf makes some cool stuff. Look at that hammer they've made 4 using on the steel wedges. I bet you that's heavy as crap, dude. Simon, I saw the I saw the Craigslist ad for the new Walters. I'm very happy. I think I'm gonna buy it. Ace T7. Try posting the link with like spaces everywhere. Like, don't just put the link in. Put the link, or like put the part before the .com, like between the www and the .com. Just put that, and I'll just add the .com and take a look. Because I can post URLs and Simon can post URLs because I stupidly made him a moderator. Yeah, Paul, yeah, I get that, absolutely. It makes perfect sense. Why use aluminium nails and putting tags on trees? Ace, this link that Simone just posted, is that the one? Because that one looks like it's a gas burner. Removable charcoal basket for smoking or grilling. Interesting. Oh, I wonder how much it costs. At around $200. $200 US. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard that those plastic wedges are for felling only. That you don't split with them. Yep. Yep. That looks like a pretty good smoker. That's what I meant to say was that looks like a nice solution. I want that big green egg though. I do like it. Let me see. Just making sure I've caught up with you guys. I think it was Paul I was talking to. I've come down to a couple of kids beanbag. I'm gonna start that sentence again. I've come down to like I think 2 choices of the kids sleeping bag at MEC. I don't need it for this trip. I've got my fancy my marmot sleeping bag that the missus bought me, and we've got our 2 old ones, so everyone's covered. Ugh. It was a wet one. Sorry, guys. So it's because like I had asked in my last, I asked somewhere, sort of general, to the YouTubes, what I should be looking at, and I think it was you who said that kids beanbags again, really? Kids sleeping bags are either expensive as hell or kind of crappy. So I found a couple that are within like 119 to 140 bucks. They're like down to 5 degrees kind of bags. Because I'm not going to take Camille winter camping anytime soon. In fact, if I do things right, I'll probably never winter camp again. I've done it a few times, and I gotta tell you, holy crap, dude. Wait. I'm gonna just make sure I... What are you using the aluminium wedge for? Fouling has teeth on the back, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ace, you're damn right. That's a lot cheaper than the green egg. Simo and Paul, I'm gonna put you guys in opposite corners if you're not careful. Rothstein, where are you? Because it's only the 3rd, so there wouldn't be any fireworks for the 4th yet, and there are definitely no fireworks left for the 1st. So where are you? Well, Simone, there's the thing. The 2 that I found, they're technically kind of, they're good up until 5 feet tall. But like getting the same sort of quality in a full-on adult bag is a lot more expensive. So I'm not ready for that kind of outlay right now, especially because I just spent $1,500 on cedar for a fence, Southern Illinois, okay. A Kelty mummy for your boy from an arborist friend, okay. I was about to ask you. Yeah, Paul, there's one thing. I want Camille to try the bags because I don't know if she's going to like a mummy or if she's going to prefer the square. Like, I don't like a mummy because I get really claustrophobic. And we haven't figured out if she's claustrophobic or not yet. I'm going to bring that camera a little closer so that when I lean back... Yeah, that's better. So you guys can see my beautiful face. Yeah, we had a bunch of fireworks between like Saint Jean Baptiste Day and July 1st, but not that much. Saint Jean, there was a bunch, and then July 1st I heard some, but I didn't go to any of the events this year because it was too stinking hot, Yeah, Paul, you got a lot of that one tigress stuff. You know what's funny? You know what I noticed? A couple of weeks ago, the wife and I were working in the yard, and her brother said, "I'm in the area. I'm gonna swing by." He was at work. He's a cop, and so he and his partner showed up, and they both had, like, you know, those big vests that cops wear now. I think they're bulletproof, but they got pockets. And these guys had, man, cops carry so much more stuff than they used to. But they both had one Tigress vests on. I found that interesting, you know, because I didn't know that one Tigress also did, like, police stuff, you know. Yeah, plate carriers. Simo, that link might get us yelled at by our American friends. I'm not loving this beer, guys. I mean, organic is a plus and everything, but it wasn't worth the burps. Yeah, he's quick, all right, outdoor. He's definitely quick. So I'm gonna bring some cards to the forest. Serge speaks. Serge, you gotta come over and take a look at my fence. Simon, you should come and take a look. You know. Hey, yeah, John. John Lee or John Le? John Le? It's hard to know how to pronounce your last name because I live in a province that speaks French. But yes, I have a couple of vintage Walters, which I dearly love. Are you looking to buy some vintage Canuckian stuff? Oh no, low battery. Not a problem. Not a problem, folks. Provided this battery pack ain't dead. Haha, that would be funny. He said, completely untruthfully. 3 of 6, I'll take it. If it still just keeps going on down, I'll plug into the computer. Happy Treason Day. Outdoor and Simo are like, they're the terrible twos of the live stream scene. Oh yeah, back to the kit. You know, there isn't really much else to. Oh yeah, I wanted to say. Okay, so one guy whose opinion I value on stuff like this is Paul's. Another is, do you guys, I've mentioned him before, but Mark, Scouting Free, his thoughts on I'm looking for the word in English, first aid kits are very, very concise and well reasoned. And like, these kits are always put together by people who are sort of trying to think of, okay, what makes sense? What can we market? What's a good generalist kit, right? Like, I didn't buy a trauma-specific kit or anything for 2 reasons. First of all, when you start getting into really cool but specialized kits, the price just, no. And second, I'm not trained in anything trauma-specific, you know? But every kit should come with one of these. every single kit should have at least one clotting sponge or something for blood clotting. Everything should have that. Maybe everything needs a triangular bandage. This I'm not so sure about, but I feel better having one around, you know? Like this sprain part of this has that typical sprain bandage, you know? But that's it. Bleeding and CPR, we've probably got a mask. Nitrile gloves. You know, combine pad. Okay, but like, you know, where's my blood clotting? And a mask for CPR. And instructions. You know, okay, hold on. Hold on. Simon Forget saying to John, yeah, we both, he and I both own a couple of Walters. John, one thing you gotta know about me, I don't know how many of my videos you've seen, but I love Walters, okay? It's my jam. It's my jam. I can never get enough of them. The last Walters I bought disappeared in transit, which is too bad because it cost me a mint. But I have a few of them, and I'm always looking for more. Mike, hey, Mike, look what I'm using. I'm using a glass. Beer's almost finished, but I wanted you to know I use a glass this time. I'm talking about the new first aid kit I bought for the camping trip, Mike. I would love to know what your thoughts on first aid kits are. Those are those typical tweezers, a couple of safety pins and a pencil. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed something interesting by outdoor. Okay, John collects vintage hatchets. Okay. You just haven't come across like a Canadian one, is that it? Paul. Yeah, Paul, that's an interesting point. Like, because I'm not American, like made in the USA doesn't mean as much to me as it does to some of my friends. I like made in Canada. I like made in Britain. I'll take made in America, in the US, of course. There we go. But yeah, like, so back to my reasoning. I'm not going to spend big on a trauma-specific kit because if I'm not trained in the tools. I was about to say, oh, it did come with a triangular bandage, but no, it did actually. It did come with a triangular bandage, so now I've got two. Oh, that's a bonus. Too bad it didn't come with a clotting sponge, because that would have been nice, because I know we've had two of those. What I was saying, Mike, is that I bought this kit for our camping trip this week, and then like I bought an extra triangular sponge because I missed the triangular sponge in the list of things, and I bought a clotting. I bought a triangular bandage because I missed the fact that there's one in here, and I bought a clotting sponge because I think every first aid kit should have one. Let me just go back to, let me actually deal with the comments for a little while here. John, do you have a YouTube channel? Because if you collect vintage hatchets, I would love to see what you got. Mrs. Dauber is a nurse and helped me put together a first aid kit and a trauma kit for logging. Yeah, I want to talk about those. That sounds interesting. John, you know what else is a Canadian axe brand? Also dearly departed was Welland Vale. Walters was based in Hull back then, but now Gatineau, Quebec. Welland Vale is an Ontario brand. I think guys, there was a British Columbian brand too, wasn't there? Anyone gonna back me up on that, or am I completely dreaming because of all this beer I've been having? There were a couple of Canadian manufacturers. Walters is cool because at one point it was, well, before it closed, it was the largest axe manufacturer in the British Empire, later the Commonwealth. So it's amazing that there's not more information about Walters out there. You know? Hold on. Oh god, I've missed so many comments. Okay, back up to Mike saying, "What's up, guys?" Outdoor taunting me about Simo's double bit Walters. Damn it. Yes, LT, that's it. First aid kits are made with the price in mind, not necessarily like getting you fully equipped, you know? They're a good place to start, but you gotta add a few things. And that was one of the things that Scouting Free started a tag, you know, what's your first aid kit, blah, blah, blah. And that was one of the points. He said that, like, you know, you can start with, if I'm remembering correctly, you know, start with one of these, but you got to add stuff to make it worthwhile. John, you're going to keep your eye out for some Walters. You'll be able to find them. No, Mike, it wasn't an IPA. It's a blonde, but it's an Abbey style blonde. It really had an IPA sort of bitterness to it that I didn't love. Le Moine Feral, the Feral Monk, because it's sort of a Belgian Abbey style beer. Didn't love it. It's organic though, so many points there. Yeah, Paul, I don't need a CPR mask for my family, for crying out loud. Eye cleaners, interesting. I don't know. Hold on. It's got Band-Aids. Well, hold on. Let me see what I got. Wound closure strips, which are not eye cleaners. That's an interesting point. I didn't even think of that. That's more Band-Aids. Gauze. Duct tape. That's a nice touch. I wish more of these things came with duct tape. Whatever, medical tape. Sterile sponges, non-woven. But no, nothing for eye cleaning. Cotton tipped applicators. Nothing for eyes. Now that is interesting. I didn't even think of that. See, like, I'm all like I'm Mr. Bushcraft, and then I don't even think about shit like that, you know? Stuff like that. Scott, I would love to find a vintage Snow and Neely. Not like a new one where no one's sure if they're back to being made in the States or not, but like an old Snow and Neely, like maybe a felling axe sized, because I don't have any felling axes. Well, I restored a couple, but so maybe I wouldn't need a felling axe sized Snow and Neely, but I would like to have an old Snow and Neely. I keep looking for one that I can afford. But yeah, I find that the old Snow and Neely have a certain cool to them, kind of like the Walters, so it's nice to see that you collect both of those. You know what else I need, guys? I have a maul that is terrible. I've ground an edge on it, not too sharp because you don't want a maul to be like shaving sharp or anything, but it's unbelievable how like I bought a $50 Canadian Tire special maul, right? But like there's like no thought went into the actual geometry of the edge. It's just like fat axe kind of thing. So I'd like to get either like a Gransfors maul, or I'd love to find a Wetterlings, you know, if you can find one anywhere. Strangely, here it says that there's nobody watching anymore, but here it says that there are 12. I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, I'd like to find a nice vintage maul, or get one of those. What's it called? The splitter? That weird American thing with the, you know, with the mechanism. I remember seeing Sean James from My Self-Reliance has one, and he was very impressed with it. Yeah, John, what Simon says, stay away from Garant. Maybe if you find like vintage, I don't know. I guarantee what we would call a Canadian Tire special here, if even. I don't know what the American analog to Canadian Tire is. We're not talking REI. That's more a mech. Sort of like Target, maybe, you know? Mike has some of the smaller ones. Mike has some pretty cool stuff too. John, you'll find some Canadian access. Wow, I am so behind on the comments. Sorry, guys. Right now, I'm just trying to catch up to the comments. You'll find some... John, there are a bunch of Walters down there somewhere. You might have to look because it's not as plentiful as, you know, Plum and all that. I'd like to have a nice Plum, actually. I don't have a Plum. I don't have a Kelly. I'm not a straight up collector, so I don't just buy every axe I come across, you know. Anyway, oh, you don't have a channel yet? Okay. If you I want to see what you got. You can just email me some pictures if you want. I'm gonna put my email address down there just in case you. This isn't secret. Everyone's got my email address. If you want to talk axes, just send me some pictures or some questions to the email address I just put down there. Outdoor, yeah, a tampon or a maxi pet. That's actually a really good point. That's a very good point. It's funny. I just got a notification that I'm live streaming tonight. Okay. Nice one, YouTube. Bunch of fools. Ace 27 has some Tweezerman tweezers. Oh no! Hold on, go back. Tweezerman tweezers in your kit? Yeah. Oh, a small neo magnet to pull out metal splinters. Now that is an interesting idea. Simon, I don't have an Israeli bandage yet, but I'm gonna get one. Scott, yeah, the well-unveiled Black Prince. Yep. John Lay. Now that's an interesting question. Norland is not Canadian, but Norland exists because Canadian Tire contacted an American axe manufacturer and wanted a line made for them. So there's a Canadian connection there, which is probably also why so many of the Norlands you see are Hudson's Bay style axes, right? I'm still on the search for my perfect Norland saddle cruiser. The money involved is crazy though, because I've got a Norland saddle cruiser downstairs that, like, all the life has been ground out of it. So I would love to find one that's still kind of not in pristine condition, because then I would feel reluctant to use it, but in, you know, good condition with like the shape of the head still intact, you know. But yeah, I should really just throw a couple of tampons in there because they're so absorbent. Yeah, Paul, I took a first aid course. I've taken them twice. I took one with cadets way back, and when I was working at Starbucks, I got one as well. I should probably take a refresher though, especially because $100, may as well, right? Oh, I see a link to yesteryear's tools. Would you look at that? I was right about the Canadian Tire thing. Yeah. Back to the live dashboard just to get back to Paul, maybe I'll try to get some of those saline shots tomorrow before Kevlar shoelaces for tourniquets. Yeah, Mike has the grands for his mall. And I will tell you, I do envy you that, mister. I do envy you that. Paul Bikini Garant is the Vietnamese word for junk, I believe. Oh no. Somebody just made a comment and everything sort of went jump. Oh, outdoor saw vintage snow and Neely screwed to the wall of a Cracker Barrel. Oh god. Yeah, Simone's got the link to that Chopper 1 axe. Oh, hold on. So Outdoor hated the Chopper 1. Tell me everything, man. Hey, Hamza's here. Hi. Yeah, Outdoor, why did you hate it? People are retracting messages. Damn it. Victorinox has the best little tweezers. They definitely do. That is absolutely true. What's with you guys all retracting your messages? You know that shit drives me crazy. That stuff drives me crazy. Hamza, we're talking about axes. We're talking about vintage Canadian axes. If I was in my downstairs workshop, I would just get them all out and show you guys. But I don't really want to be stepping off screen for that long. But yeah, I would love to find an old Snow and Neely for like an affordable price. It's weird that is that rust? No. Jeez, if that's rust, I'm gonna be irritated. Thing is, you know, this stuff's been sitting in the basement for like 8 years. I think was the last time that herself and I went camping. You know. Got stuck. Oh. Like the little levers would get stuck? Oh, Ralph Steiner, are you on a phone? Okay, Outdoor, I get what you're talking about. You know, it's funny because my feeling about that axe when I first saw it was there's no reason for all that machinery, right? It seems to me like it was... in much the way, what was that weird Finnish axe? You know, the one that sort of had this weird shape to it that worked the flick in just by its design. Like all these things are solutions in search of problems. In that a maul, much like Mike's beautiful Gransfors maul, does the job. Does the job well. Why do you have to add technology with springs or like that weird Emerson and Stevens? I've never even heard of them. Hamza, Hudson's Bay, there are... Oh, a Hudson's Bay blanket. They're expensive. But much like you, I would dearly love a 3-point Hudson's Bay blanket. Maybe a 2-point for hitting the bush with, but yeah, whew, they're expensive, dude. No, Simo, he's talking about the blanket, I think. Hey, who makes a really nice Hudson's Bay style axe these days? Because like the one that the Bay actually sold was the Wetterlings, right? Yeah, Outdoor, I agree. You know, all this stuff is gimmicks. What's the name of that? Yeah, I would also like to get a Sager Chemical. What's the name of that Finnish axe? I think it was Finnish. Yes, there it is. What's it called? Vicurves. Jesus. Vipucurves. Look, I'm talking about this one, right? You remember that one? Total gimmick. It's like, what is that? No. Because they're expensive too. They're like $300 US. I'm like, why, dude? It's an axe. If I'm spending $300 US, I want it to be like a Liam Hoffman. You know? If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want it to be a Northman Guild. I want it to be a classic axe shape, classic axe look, made by a human being's hands. Pounded, ground, polished, handled, and gorgeous. Very simple things. I have very simple tastes. I want everything to be fucking perfect. Sorry about the language, but you know. Oh, LT, alright, see you later. Yeah, Hamza, the blanket is very expensive. Where am I going back? Hamza, if you're selling a 6-point Hudson's Bay blanket for $5, Jesus, man. Oh, you got a vintage plum Hudson's Bay axe. Nice. Outdoor, nice. Yeah, probably give me that silly lever axe. Stupidness. Everyone say bye to LT. Oh yeah, I would love. Wow, it's $325 for the twin. So like, cause I got a queen size bed. Jeez, $450, man. What? So if I was to go, yeah. But like for hitting the bush with, I would be fine with it with the twin size. But that's $325, you know. What is it? Like I'm trying to remember how the points work, right? It's six points is the queen, which is the size I want for my bed upstairs. 8 points is the king. 4 is the double, and then 3.5. Wait, oh, there's sizing info right here. Yeah, 3.5 for twin, 4 for double. How did I know this? 6 is queen. Yeah, that's the one I would want for here. And then they have something called a caribou throw. What? Oh, it's small. Maybe caribou throw is the way to go for the bushcrafties. Oh, but it doesn't let me choose that. And by the way, I'm a classicist, right? So for me, the Hudson's Bay blanket is the white one with green, red, yellow, and that dark blue / black. I don't want any of these new weirdly colored ones that they started selling there. No. No. Oh no, I've lost the dashboard. Okay. Oh, Rothstein, yeah, like those little foldy scissors. Yeah, because this one comes with these scissors, which if any of you who watched my EDC video with Simone knows that these are pretty damn good. But because it's got these, I didn't feel the need to buy more scissors. Like what I'd like to do is add stuff rather than replacing stuff in this. You know, I should have gotten 2 of these. Paul, yeah, Turkey Foot Trading, man, they've got a lot of cool stuff. Simone, Boreal Mountain Anoraks, really? They've got a because I know they make their anoraks from wool blankets. I didn't know that they sold wool blankets. But you know, the thing is, Simo, someone who wants the Hudson's Bay blanket, they want it for the Canadiana aspect, for the excessive collectability aspect. You know, for the look. Like, you don't buy a Hudson's Bay blanket just because you want a wool blanket. Especially because I've got a Canadian Forces wool blanket that cost me $38. and is and is fine, you know. Outdoor. No, the points are. You're a funny guy, though. You know, you might be right. They might actually relate to the number of beaver pelts that were traded for each one. But yeah, the number of points are size dependent. That's why a 6 point is a queen sized. Must have one day. I've decided that I'll probably just maybe what I'll do is I'll win the lottery and then I'll be able to get all the things that I would like. Seems like a solid plan, right? Moved on to tea. Which is not a great idea at 11 at night. Well, it's 10:30. Paul, I haven't ordered yet. I've looked at a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff I was really interested in, they didn't have any more of, but they'll have again. But yeah, I'm going to order some stuff. That fence has cost a lot of money, though. So it's like it sort of sunk a lot of my plans. And also, one thing I didn't really talk about was we had a lot of yard work done. More yard work than we had planned to get done. I don't want to talk about this, but what was supposed to be a quick $600 job ended up costing us 4 digits. Anyways, whatever. A lot of our plans for this summer have changed. I don't want to talk about it. Outdoor, your wife is going to make you an anorak from a wool blanket. Nice. Yeah, Scott, I'm with you. Let's hope I don't ever need to use this kit. Outdoor, I support that. You bought the armor for the Canadian aspect, and I support that completely. Simon, yeah, I know that Boreal Bushcraft Anoraks is local to us. They're very close. Aren't they just in like Laval or something? Outdoor, that's the thing. One of the things I saw at Verstoleka was that they used to have LK35s listed, but out of stock. Yeah, Paul, and like a baby on the way, so it's like, oh God. We're gonna start by spending $400 on washable diapers and go from there, just like last time. But Camille, she's been on her ass for a year. She said she wanted a baby brother, baby sister, or a dog. The dog would have been cheaper. Short run, medium run, and long run. But hey. Paul, you got like a lot of One Tigress stuff recently, though, right? Like I saw your post to the One Tigress Facebook group, but like I remember you saying that you had a shipment coming in, but I didn't remember everything that you'd said you'd ordered. Ah, God, yeah, they're shooting us for a pony. Jeez. Yeah, outdoor. I don't think that situation is going to change. I think they're just going to stay out of stock. I think they're going to go from $75 to $100. As they become rarer and rarer. If you find one, buy it. If it's $75 and it's in good condition, just buy it, because I don't think that situation is going to change. So, John saw some on eBay for a while, for a reasonable price. Oh, Paul, I didn't know they had a Father's Day deal going on. If I'd known that, I would have jumped in too. Oh, I see. Now I'm all like loathing myself. No, just kidding. Guys, I have to get I have to get a smoker at one point. I was just looking back at Paul's picture of his smoker. Then I was looking at the other one that you guys posted. Wow, Paul, all the power to you. Nice. 2 bashes and 2 more on the way. Wow, okay. Outdoor, I think what you like in a pack decides that. You know? Because to me, the Swedish pack would have the cool factor over an Alice pack. Because I have a thing about Swedish stuff. I have a thing about Sweden because, you know, they've got probably the best damn land access rules around. So I think that it depends on what, like, I don't know if the pack will be operationally any better than your Alice pack. Like, a lot of people like external frame packs, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people like milsurp. Some people don't. For me, I'm reluctant to buy anything that is very modern milsurp. Anything with the current CAD pack design, I would not buy, because I have 2 siblings who are service members. And like in the States, you have a term of like a stolen glory or stolen valor or whatever it is, of people like pretending to be Marines and shit stuff. We don't tend to have that issue up here, and that term is very American. But I'm tactical averse, right? Remember, I've said that a lot, and so to me, that affects my taste in bags. I have no problem with Molly. I have no problem with a camo that's like on my my Iberlistock bag, right? That's very hunting camo. Maybe I would wear a bag that was like an old school British camo or an old school American or Canadian. We didn't have old school camo. But I would not wear anything that's a very modern camo, you know. I find that a lot of milsurp stuff, especially packs, are not made with comfort at the top of the designer's mind. But at the end of the day, a backpack is a backpack. You just find the one you like, one that kind of fits right on you. You can, and the way you stuff the bag is more important than anything else. Like, to me, I like the main compartment to be one big compartment. I'll fill it the way I want. I don't want a bunch of little compartments, like where some urban bags are like multi-compartmentalized. Drives me crazy. Give me one compartment, made with a sleeve for hydration or a butt pad or a laptop. That's it. If you can give me a zipper down the front so that I don't have to dig down from the top, even better. But it's not a make or break thing, you know? What I want is either 2 bags or 2 pockets on the sides. Important as hell. If I can strap a sleeping bag to the bottom, fabulous. Not a make or break thing, but I would like to have it, you know? Oh, Paul's leaving. Okay, sorry. See you later, dude. Yeah, outdoor. I don't know if they're going to be more comfortable than your Alice pack. That's the thing, you know. Simo's including a Maxpedition link, so I gotta check on it. I gotta check it. Gotta take a look. Oh yeah, this is to Maxpedition's really urban looking stuff. Yeah, it's weird, eh? I'm unsure if Maxpedition is worth the. Well, now they've got a 4th of July 20% off sale. So maybe it's not that. They've got a lot of different lines all of a sudden. AGR, Advanced Gear Research. Oh no, they've changed the molly into some sort of like laser cut thing. No. Forget the AGR. Go for the Legacy series. When in doubt, go for the Legacy series. Time tested, yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want. But you know, like, when you get to the backpacks, I've really sort of come around to, I think when I'm gonna buy my new backpack, I'm gonna go for that Hidden Woodsman one. I really like it. All right, Outdoor. See you later. Yeah, Ross, John, I'm with you. Like, there's no reason to claim someone else's benefits, you know. Scott likes Kelly packs. Okay. Comfort's a big thing, eh? Like if you got a pack on your back for like a couple of hours or half a day or whatever, it's got to be something you like wearing, because otherwise it's just no way. Outdoor, I'm not buying that particular Walters hatchet. I'm hatcheted out anyways. I want a big full-size double. Working on Simone's is going to make me all kinds of envious. I will add some feminine hygiene products to this. Oh, Kelty packs. Okay, yeah, Scott. Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've looked at a bunch of those, and yeah, nice packs. Let's see how this battery pack is doing. Down to 2. Yeah, Outdoor and Sumo are just going to keep taunting me about that Walters double. One day, I will have all the doubles I want. Which is really only 2. Like a nice full-sized and a nicer Norland. It'll go on YouTube. Don't you worry, Outdoor. See you later, man. Yeah, what's up with that, Simone? I haven't seen Kelty very much lately either. What's going on with that? I'm waiting for Simone to answer my question, because he probably knows. Here's the thing. There's a fire ban going on in Quebec right now because it's so dry. I don't even know if we're going to be allowed to have a campfire when we hit the campsite. So this may be coming along for nothing, you know? I'm hoping for the best, because what I want is for Camille to start the fire the first night. That's what I would like. I don't know if I can have it, but that's what I would like. Funny thing, I started a new blog post last night, but then I fell asleep. And then when I was rereading it, I was like, this blog post is shite, dude. So I didn't put it up. But yeah, I gotta get my blog up and running again. Well, I mean, it's still up. I gotta bring it back to life. I gotta put some stuff on it. I also bought a cooler. Where we're going this week even has a fridge, like a very small fridge in the pre-put up tent. This is glamping like nobody's business, hey? But yeah, we still needed to bring a cooler, but our coolers all sort of disappeared on us or broke on us. We did a lot of unforeseen spending for this upcoming trip. Oh, Simon, so that's it. Okay. So the distributor went bankrupt. Okay. The thing, like, when a distributor goes bankrupt like that is like sometimes it takes a really popular brand right out of, you know, the market. It's like, oh wow, that's like when a brand disappears for a reason like that. It's like that bugs me. Hey, how many of you guys have a Kelly kettle, by the way? Speaking of Kelly stuff. Because I've been looking at Kelly kettles, but I also looked at the Gilly kettle. And Kelly kettles are all like, we're Irish, but they're actually made in China. Whereas the Gilly kettles are, I think, made in the UK. So for the price difference, why wouldn't I go for the Gilly kettle? But I mean, do any of you guys have either of them? Scott, yeah, but we don't have REI up here. We have Mountain Equipment Co-op. Oh yeah, don't worry about Ross. I'm gonna have some pics of the camp. I'm hoping to shoot at least one video as well. Like I don't want to take up this family camp completely with shooting vids because you know it's not what the wife is into. Camille, you know, whenever I shoot a video without her, she's like, "Daddy, I told you I have to be involved all the time." But the wife is not nearly as into the video shooting as Camille is. So I don't want to take up the entire camping trip with shooting videos, but I'm going to try to shoot at least one. You know, if I can catch Cody starting a fire, I'll call that a win. That's for damn sure. I'm just taking a look to see if I'm caught up. Yeah. But yeah, so Scott, we don't have REI up here. We have MEC, same thing. In fact, they're both co-ops, aren't they? I was just at MEC buying half of this stuff this week. Making use of my membership card. Exercising the membership card. Funny thing, man, MEC also has house brand bikes now. And what's funny to see about Mech brand bikes is I'm used to seeing house brand bikes like at Canadian Tire, right, where they sell CCM or whatever, you know, a bike for $300. It's like, oh god, it's heavy as hell. Man, Mech branded bikes are high end. They're light ass aluminium or carbon fiber frames. They've got high end parts on them, and they're like $2,000 and up. No, I think they've got somewhere around $1,000, but like, it's just funny to see like a store's house brand being a really high-end bike, you know. I mean, they also sell Ghost and stuff like that, but and they look really good too. They've got nice liveries, nice design choices. That's the nice thing about Mac, is that it's run and staffed by people who do the stuff. It's not like going into Sports Experts, where it's some kid just paying his way through, you know, school or first serious job or whatever, you know. My phone still says that there are 0 people watching, even though we're down to 6, but it's up to 7. So who just joined us? Who just joined us? Yeah, exactly, Simon. Like, man, mech bikes are something else. The thing is, I've got a couple of fairly high-end bikes. I have a Da Vinci from 2002, 2004, which I will never replace. And I have a Cannondale for like trail riding, which I haven't used since Camille was born. But no, seriously, who just joined us? Because we've just gone up by 1. But yeah, so like, but if I was in the market for a new bike, I would look at those mech bikes in a big way. You know? Great looking stuff. They look fabulous. The stats on them are crazy. Oh, you got an SOS Velo. My sister rides an SOS Vito. I have a bunch of, yeah, Scott, that's a whole different kind of bike. Oh, maybe it's you, Rothstein. You're dropping in and out because you're using a phone. 14 minutes left of this stream, guys. Yeah, Scott, if I was into bikes of that caliber, I would probably go for either a Triumph or a Ducati. You know, I like the style of them. Just mixing up these cards so that when I break them out in camp, they're not all still organized. Cards have to be disorganized. Oh, I'm tired, guys. This weather's been beating the ever-loving stank out of me. I just want to spend all my time in bed under a giant fan, you know? Yeah, Simo, another, supporting another bike ride, eh? This guy's got a Triumph Tiger. Triumph Tiger. Triumph Tiger. Triumph Tiger 800 XCX free moose saddle bike offer. Okay. It's very different to the Triumphs that I'm used to seeing. Tea's a good drink. So yeah, as for the tools that I'm bringing camping, I'm still going to bring my little buddy hatchet, probably my small forest axe, folding saw, a couple of knives. That's about it. Oh, the Cabot Trail, yeah, Scott. Yeah, you got to fill that bucket list item one day. Yeah. Man, it's like on the web page, the video is so far behind what it is on the phone. Just taking a look here. Simone, don't encourage Donnie. In fact, boom, timeout for you, homie. 300 seconds, 300 seconds. Nice to see that, Scott, I have a Silky, the Pocket Boy 170, which is a really nice little size. I kind of wish it was a little bigger because it cuts so bloody well. And I have an Agawa Canyon Boreal 21, which I hope to edit a video of and time it for while we're out. But that gives me tomorrow night. So if I get it edited and up, you'll see it on Sunday night. If not, I'll do it as soon as I'm back. But yeah, I've got... I really like that Agawa Canyon saw. I had originally thought that they just sourced their blades from like Baco or something, but they don't, and the blades are really good. The next size up is was it 210 or something? Hold on, I'll check. LeeValley.ca or .com. depending on what side of the board you're on. Oh, Lee Valley has leather working tools. That's new. And potentially disastrous for my wallet. Excuse me. Silky. Pocket Boy and Gun Boy folding saws. Yeah, the Gun Boy is the next one up. Pocket Boy 170. Oh, 240. There's a Gun Boy 240 and a Gun Boy 300. I think I should have bought the 240. I bought the 170 because it's really, once you folded it up, man, you can throw it in a pocket. But the 240 is just a little bit bigger. And a lot, like if you're doing a 4-inch log or a 6-inch log or whatever, well, like 6-inch log, you're not even going to use the 240. But like a lot of the size of logs I do, that 170 is just a little too short, you know? Let me get back to where. Yeah, Dr. Rothstein, if you're looking for a small folding saw, if you're not doing pieces that are too big, the 170 is good for stuff about that big. You know, but you want the 240 for like where wood starts to get serious, you know. Oh, Hamza, okay, have a good night, man. It was nice to see you again. Hey, Tyler's here. But yeah, Rothstein, I do agree with Simo as well. If you're sort of waffling between two sizes, always get the next one up. Always go one bigger than you think you'll need rather than one smaller, because you know, if the smaller one ends up being too small, then you wasted money, right? And the difference in Canadian between the 170 and the 240 is like $43 to $53 kind of thing. It's a $10 difference. Spend the $10. Always. It's like when you're buying a new computer. Always buy the most RAM you can afford, not the RAM you think you're gonna use. You know. John, okay, see you later, man. Tyler, do you have a folding saw? Making sure that I'm not missing anything. Scott, the other one is a Agawa Canyon. Hold on. Wait. Free shipping for orders over $60. Okay. Boom. There's the link to Agawa Canyon. Oh, Tyler, you made like a wooden bow saw, I guess. I made one as well, but I did something wrong. I can't get the blade taut enough, so I have to revisit it, which I'll do when life calms down. Nice. Nice, Tyler. No, Tyler, I mean, yeah, it's a collapsible saw rather than a folder, but still. Scott, yeah, Agawa Canyon. Named after, I think it's a canyon in Ontario. Yeah, because I've always wanted, like, no, the buck saw I want, the reason I bought the Agawa was because I was tired of waiting for Adventure Sworn to put another damn buck saw for sale on the site. Yeah, Tyler, exactly. I just have to change the angle a bit, maybe just because it's really straight. So it's going to be an easy fix, I think. Yeah, because the thing about the Agawa Canyon is that it's a metal folding saw. It's a really slick design, though. It's probably my favorite synthetic folding saw ever. But just for the aesthetic, I would like a nice wooden one. And yeah, Tyler, I'm gonna adjust that angle at some point. Four more minutes of live streaming, guys. So if you got anything fabulous to say, get it in right now. I gotta stop biting my nails. I have stopped biting my nails. I don't know why I was just doing that. I'm on 2 weeks of not biting my nails. When? I can't lengthen the cross. Remember, it's made of scrap ipe wood that I was gifted. I can't do it, so I'm gonna adjust the angle and see if that helps. If it doesn't, I'll just. An old Arkansas sharpening stone, yeah, man. Good old tea. So Serge is still here. Let me take a look. Oh, come on. Really? Fool? There we go. It's weird. Sometimes the page scrolls and it's like, and it won't scroll again. So yeah, Scott, take a look at those Agawa Canyons and let me know what you think. I mentioned them first in my 2017 gift guide. Strangely, the gift guide was up to a limit of $100, and the kit that I bought, the Scout kit or whatever it's called, it's like 113 Canadian. And I didn't notice until the video was already up and out for like a month. But anyway, you know how it is. Oh, Serge's been working on a machete handle. Okay, I got a machete that I have to bring back to life. It's I'll show it to you next time you're over. Scott, okay, have a good one. Oh yeah, it's 11 o'clock, so we're all signing off. All right, I'll see you guys. I think I'll just be back in time for next Tuesday. So if I don't get a video up, I'll just see you guys on Tuesday. All right? Yeah, because I'm back. I get back the night of the 9th, late, and I'm back at work on the 10th. So whatever that is, I'll see you guys. See you guys on the other side. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Speak to you next time.